everyone, it's Camille Conan, and I am back to tell you all a little bit more about Air Force ROTC. A lot of times I get questions from family, friends, students, anyone really who is interested in ROTC, and they just want to learn more about it. So today we are doing a little Q&A. You guys asked, I'm answering just different questions about Air Force ROTC. So first we're going to start with what is ROTC? What does it stand for? A lot of people, they'll hear ROTC or they'll hear ROTC and they're like, what is that? So ROTC stands for Reserved Officer Training Corps, and it is one of the three main commissioning sources for the Air Force. So you have ROTC, Officer Training School, often referred to as OTS, and you also have the United States Air Force Academy. The next question I got was, how long do you have to serve after you graduate? So, obviously, ROTC is a 4-year program. It's all throughout your college career. And then after that, you graduate and then you commission into the Air Force. And typically, it's a 4-year commitment unless you want to be a pilot or a remote pilot or anything like that. Just there's certain careers that you have to serve longer, but typically it's just 4 years. The next question was, is it easy to balance ROTC and regular college life? It depends on the person that you ask. Honestly, it is very manageable. It's definitely hard. ROTC does take up time, but that's because this is what, this is our job. This is what we're going to be doing after we graduate, after we commission. We're going to be serving those 4 years of active duty. So it does take time, but it's definitely worth it. And it's definitely something that's, that you want to put your time into and that you want to be good at and succeed at. I am involved in several other clubs and other things, and there's so many people who are involved in so many extracurriculars. I don't know how they do it, but yes, it is very manageable. All right, the next question I got was, what are workouts like and how often do we work out? At least at our detachment, we work out twice a week. So we have a mandatory PT Thursday mornings at 6 a.m. And then we have a secondary PT, and the times vary on that, but they're usually a little bit later, so you don't have to get up so early. And a lot of the workouts are core, calisthenics, and definitely some cardio in there, a lot of running, but nothing too crazy. I'm not a runner, but it's really not that bad. If I can do it, you all can do it. And we definitely just put some other workouts in there, like full body workouts, circuits, things like that, but nothing too crazy. And then we also have a physical fitness assessment each semester that we have to complete, and that's a 1.5 mile run, 1 minute of push-ups, and 1 minute of sit-ups. All right, the next question I got was, do I have to weigh a certain amount to join ROTC? And the answer to that is kind of complicated. There are weight and fitness standards that you have to meet, and if you don't meet that, that's totally fine. You can definitely join, but you are expected to meet those weight standards by the time you commission. So if you come in and you don't quite meet those weight standards, totally fine. You have 4 years to work on it, and you are just expected to meet those standards by the time you commission. One other thing I will add to that is if you are on scholarship, you do have to meet those weight and fitness standards. So that's just something to think about as well. All right, the next question is, how do scholarships work? So this is going to be a lot of information, and I'll put the link in down below where you can find all this information for the whole entire video, because I know it's a lot. So there are 3 types of high school scholarships. There's a type 1, a type 2, and a type 7. Why it's not a type 3, I don't know, but that's what it's called. So type 1, you can earn up to full tuition, which is super awesome at any private or public university. And with that, you get up to $900 of a book allowance each year, and then you get a monthly stipend. So that monthly stipend starts at $300 your freshman year, and then it increases as you go on to your sophomore, junior, senior year. A type 2 scholarship is very similar to the type 1, except it covers up to $18,000 instead of that full tuition. So it's going to cover up to $18,000 of tuition, and then you get your book allowance and your monthly stipend. And finally, the type 7 scholarship can cover full tuition, but it is capped at in-state tuition, or you can convert it to a 3-year type 2 scholarship at any public or private university. So it's super nice because that one, that type 7 is very flexible, so you can kind of use it how you want. And one thing I'll say about scholarships is that if you want a scholarship and you don't get one upon entering into college, don't let that stop you by any means. Go into the program because there's plenty of opportunities to earn a scholarship when you're there and when you're at school and when you're already in the ROTC program. So that's super nice. And in college, there's 3 types of scholarships. There's a type 1, a type 2, and then nursing scholarship for anyone who's interested in doing nursing for the Air Force. And that's a super competitive scholarship, but definitely worth applying for. So I have to want to be a pilot to join the Air Force. And in short, the answer is no, absolutely not. The Air Force essentially is a business, and so there are so many jobs out there. Like if you remember from last time, I'm an accounting major, and so I'm an accountant. That's my plan, is to be an accountant for the Air Force. Not a pilot, not anything crazy like that. Pilot is definitely a desired career field in the Air Force though, and there are some majors that the Air Force definitely wants to see more, and those majors are more likely to get a scholarship. So those are all like the STEM majors, a lot of engineering, math, architecture, operations research, things like that. And also languages. Certain desired languages such as Arabic, Turkish, Swahili, Russian, Mandarin, languages like that. So in short, no, you do not have to want to be a pilot, no worries there. But if you do, that's awesome. The Air Force is a great place for you then. Another question I get quite a bit is, what if my school doesn't offer Air Force ROTC? And what I'll say to that is Air Force ROTC is offered at more than 1,100 colleges and universities throughout the country. So if your school specifically doesn't have it, another school will. And not to say to go transfer to those schools, because that's completely unnecessary unless you want. But like I've said, I go to St. Mary's College and we don't have our own detachment, but luckily Notre Dame does. And so Notre Dame is our host university, and we have 7 schools in our detachment. So they're our host university, and 6 other schools come to them every week. And so it's definitely very doable. If your school specifically doesn't have it, someone near you will. And the last question asked today is, what's my favorite part of ROTC? And I touched on this a little bit in my last video, but I would say my favorite part again is just the people in it. And also just the opportunities that are available. Last year alone, my freshman year of college, I got to watch a Notre Dame football game on the sideline because I was presenting the colors and was on the color guard detail for that football game, and that was amazing. So we got to stand on the sidelines and just watch from there. I've also got to meet some incredible Air Force officers, and I got to be up close and personal with F-16s, F-22s, and countless other amazing aircraft that people just don't have access to. And I've had some great travel opportunities in the past year. So I would say the opportunities available and the people. Again, in the last year and a half I've been in college, it's my 3rd semester. The people in my detachment have been my wingmen, and they've become my best friends that I'm going to have for a lifetime. That's all I have for you guys today. This is a little Q&A about Air Force ROTC. I hope you learned lots about the program, and I will be putting some links down below to just where I got all this information and where you can do some more research on your own. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!